Here we go.
So the Rockets win the tip. Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. James Harden out there with John Wall. Then there's Christian Wood. Then there's P.J. Tucker. Now here's Harden. Fires for three. Gets the three ball to go. As a player, it must be hard to keep your emotions in check on opening night.
B.A., you're right. It is a little difficult because you're so excited and anxious. But on the other hand, it's also a relief. You've been practicing. You've been going up against each other, preseason games. And now the real deal is upon you, and you're ready to get it on.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Holiday passes to Sabonis. Outside Brogdon. Back to Sabonis. Pass to Brogdon. Picked by Sabonis. From the high post. Can't get it to drop. The Rockets go the other way with it. And this matchup with the Pacers, their first meeting of the season. Harden misses. Now Brogdon. Really played well against New Orleans in his last game. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Boy, with that strong body and good size, Brogdon's able to finish through contact.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Ball against Turner. Ball no good.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Outside Brogdon. Fires the three. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Brogdon extremely confident because he knows he has the green light to fire off the catch.
Here's Harden. And rejected. Sabonis outside. Pass to Oladipo. Back to Sabonis. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Ooh, they pick off the pass. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Wood outside. Now here's Wall. Over Oladipo. The ball's knocked loose.
Tough miss, especially since the defense wasn't that strong. I mean, he needs to cash in from there.
Pass to Brogdon. Takes it inside. Down low. Outside Holiday. 6 to shoot. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. The Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the floor. Outside Harden. From deep. The Pacers pull it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Oladipo. Deflected.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach, though, and times it perfectly.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Shooting 2.
And it's tied up with that one.
Well, I love the leadership of Brogdon. Always hard at work for his team. He's facilitating, communicating, providing offensive energy and direction. Love what this guy brings to the court.
And he can't hit the second.
Could have taken the lead there, but instead they're going to have to settle for the tie.
It's stolen by Brogdon. The three is up. The shot that time not on target. And Houston the other way now. Tucker with the ball. Guarded now by Holiday. Pass to Wood. To end the drought. Gets the three to fall.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Indiana's gone only 1 of 4 from three-point land. Here's Brogdon. He can't hit that time. Harden with the defensive effort. Outside Wall. Wood, a screen on Holiday. Wall, no good.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove. You know, you look at Oladipo and what he does for this team, and it goes way beyond scoring. The swagger he plays with becomes the team swagger when he's on the floor. I mean, he clearly is the heart and soul of this team.
And the Rockets with possession here, following the bucket by the Pacers. To the paint. Wood. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Oladipo outside. Turner finds Oladipo. Let's go with a three. Tries again. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunities.
Harden misses. Clark, as you said with Oladipo, his impact goes beyond the numbers.
You know, that's exactly right, B.A., because he's their leader and go-to scorer, and he's a terrific teammate. Everybody loves playing with him. He's all about uplifting and leading the team, and his confidence, again, is infectious, and he's also a guy who knows how to deliver in the clutch. Nothing like making big shots to fortify your role as team leader.
And now another look at that mobile one block defensive performance.
Impressive. I mean, you can see the mindset he has. When the game is this close, he really brings it at that end of the floor.
Indiana leading. Outside Brogdon. Into the lane. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, you take a look at the size and long strides that Brogdon takes there. That's what put the defense in a tough spot.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first. The Pacers making a switch here. McConnell's checked in. And so Brogdon nails both of them. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Houston has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Harden against Brogdon. With the floater. Harden with a bucket.
Even when you think you have Harden pinned up, he still gets a shot past you. Incredibly creative.
McConnell outside. Unloads. Brogdon with a bucket. Brogdon's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Ooh, poked away. It's stolen by Brogdon. In transition, here come the Pacers. For 3, Oladipo sinks the tray.
I just love the ball movement.
The Rockets trail. Wall attacking, and that's a foul called on T.J. McConnell. That's his first foul.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
McDermott's checked in for Oladipo. To the middle. It's stolen by Brogdon. McConnell outside. And it's Wall with the block.
Oh, nicely timed by Wall. Just so gifted with tremendous length at his position.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Sabonis can't hit.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And the foul called on John Wall. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday is checked in. Cousins, he's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for James Harden. To the left wing. Here's McDermott. And the three off target. And Houston is shooting only 31% to get this game underway. Wall with it, and it's McConnell picking him up. And Cousins throws it down.
How about that? Cousins throwing it down on the alley-oop. Go ahead, big fella.
McConnell goes in. Oh, the teardrop falls in. And the Pacers lead by 6.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
Outside Wall. And here's Gordon from the arc. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
You know, Gordon has always been a guy who could knock down the three, and his attempts increased significantly, though, when he headed to Houston, and he is rock solid from deep.
Now here's Holiday. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. And that's a foul called on Domantas Sabonis. That's his first foul of the game. All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Here's Cousins. Outside, Brown. Pass to Cousins. Outside Tucker. Three-pointer. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
You know, hard to play any better defense than that. Tucker just outdid the challenge.
The Pacers shooting only 39% in the early going. And here's Sabonis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Rock the baby, working the size advantage inside.
The Rockets have gone 7 of 16 so far. Pass to Tucker. Inside. Here's Cousins. The bank shot, no good. And so it's Indiana with it. McConnell outside. And here's Sabonis. Checked by Tucker. Fades and shoots. That shot off the mark. And it's Houston the other way. Now here's Brown. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Cousins. Over Turner. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner.
Both sides going at it. Classic good offense, first good defense.
Sabonis, right side. Here's McDermott. Just 5 on the clock. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's Brown. Basket counts. McConnell with it. 1:11 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Turner. Shoots over Cousins. Turner, no good.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Here's Tucker. He's guarded by Sabonis. Fires the three. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Man, excellent patience from Turner close to the basket there. I mean, forced the defense to get a little handsy with him in the paint.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first.
Yeah, you know, he's become a solid big man in this league. Miles Turner understands his role and is starring in it and does a really good job, I think, playing to his strengths.
Both good from the line that time. 40 seconds left in the first. Outside, Brown. Here's Cousins, and it's Miles Turner with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
.30 seconds left in the first quarter. Right side, Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Cousins can't hit. Indiana leading. Pass to McDermott. Now here's Holiday. Defended by Gordon. And here's McConnell. From outside the arc. He got it up in time, but it would. Not fall for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Pacers up 2, and we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. All right, let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
And here are the Pacers now. So the Houston 5 right now. Now Oladipo. Pass to Holiday. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the long J. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game. Houston has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Harden from outside. And in 7 attempts, he's drained 3.
Well, when you think James Harden, you're thinking buckets, and a lot of them. Buckets and free throws and threes. This guy has led the league in scoring the last 3 years running, and he harkens you back to the likes of Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain in terms of his point production.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Clark, you look at points per possession. James Harden as good as anyone in history?
Well, to lead that category, BA, you need a steady diet of threes, frees, and layups. That's free throws, threes, and layups. And quite honestly, those are the most efficient shots in basketball, and Harden takes more of them than anybody.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Harden, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Harden missing again. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Oladipo. Drops in the three.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Harden. Give him 8, looking to win the run. Nails it from 3. Harden's got 6 here in the quarter.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
Oladipo outside. Lays it up and banks it in. Oladipo's got 8.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And out of bounds, the Pacers will take it. All right, a chance to check out stats for James Harden. The Pacers have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Pass to Oladipo. Here's Sampson. Drills the baseline jumper. And it's a 10-point Indiana lead.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved and on-time, on-target passes.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, for Victor Oladipo, the number 2 pick in 2013, it took him 5 years to achieve stardom. After serious injury, he's working his way back. And he said, quote, "If you worry about other people's opinions, you lose yourself a bit. I need to focus on my team and myself. To be one of the greats, you got to take it one day at a time." Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. Good stuff there. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Holiday comes in for Holiday. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wood with the screen. Harden from outside. It's rebounded by Indiana.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Holiday passes to Sabonis. Now here's Oladipo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Knocked loose. Brogdon up top, defended by Harden. The shot by Oladipo, no good. The Rockets have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Here's Wall, and the big finish by Wall.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive, what you say?
Oh, my goodness.
Come on now. Boy, that's a testament to the strength of Sabonis. Fantastic at fighting through whatever the defense throws at him. You know, you look at Sabonis, and he brings an awful lot to light to the floor. I mean, he's smart, he's tough, he's a really good passer, makes nice decisions. He's an outstanding option in the post, a tad undersized, but he makes up for it with savvy, strength, and excellent skills.
Clark, this journey for Sabonis, from 6-man to starter, and last season, he becomes an all-star.
Yeah, his progression and improvement has been outstanding year to year, and it makes you forget at times that he was only 20 years old when he came into the league. So since arriving in Indiana, he's worked really hard to improve his game, and all of his hard work has paid off. This guy is outstanding at his position.
Pass to Brogdon. Lets the three fly. Rockets with a rebound. Harden with it from downtown. Oladipo with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Holiday. Now Brogdon. Takes it in. Oh, hey! How about
Big time right there. Big time.
What's up?
Well, Brogdon, I see you, young fella. Really enjoyable to watch this guy get up and throw it down with power because he doesn't do that often.
You know, Grant, with the pace of the game today, we know speed kills. In your mind, who's the fastest player going end to end?
Mind the lane.
And that's a tough one right
shot.
there, B.A. There's some great players in the open floor with the basketball. I think of Ja Morant, Russell Westbrook, Kemba Walker. But I have to go with Donovan Spider Mitchell. So good, so fast, so effective.
For Houston, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Wood, a screen on Brogdon. Harden drive. Oh my! Throw it down!
Awesome. Boy, the confidence of Harden, I love it. When it comes to dribbling the ball, he feels like he can go by anybody at any time.
And stolen by Wood. Now here's Harden. He's got 16. Lets it go from deep. And McDermott pulls it down. Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc in the second quarter. Brogdon with the ball. Guarded now by Wood. Brogdon, the pass to Sabonis. Holiday from long range. That one no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. From behind the arc. And Harden is good for 3. Harden's got 19.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Timeout called, the Pacers.
Well, you think about James Harden, and he's been fantastic throughout his career, but particularly the last 3 years. And I think he's been a bit of a polarizing figure in the league because of his style of play or his sly knack for drawing fouls and getting the benefit of the doubt on calls. You know, many have been rather outspoken and even on occasion mean-spirited with their criticism.
McConnell, he's checked in for Holiday. Here's Oladipo. He had 25 points in his last game. Sabonis with a screen on Gordon to the paint. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist by Brogdon. Brogdon's got 3 assists in the game. The Rockets have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. And Clark, you're talking about the ISO-heavy style. Some would say it hurts team chemistry.
Well, you know, it's funny. Back in the day, going way back in the day, not so much vitriol for big men isolating in the post. For some reason, doing it on the perimeter is viewed a little differently. I think part of it is that it's a lot of dribbling and people standing around, and for some, the purist in the game, that can be a little distasteful.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Brogdon.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
Outside Harden. Shoots over McConnell. That one's wide left. Indiana's gone 2 of 5 from deep here in the second. Here's Oladipo. It's rebounded by Houston.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
Harden from outside. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Indiana leading. Here's Oladipo. He's got 10. The 3 ball. A nice shot by McDermott. McDermott's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here. Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
And that one misses. All right, Grant, how much did the elimination of hand and body checking in the early 2000s really change the game?
Yeah, B.A., it had a huge impact on the game. If you recall in the 90s, a lot of the games were slugfests. The scores would be in the low 80s at times because the hand checking and the physicality, it really became a defensive game. But since they eliminated that and allowed for freedom of movement in the game, it's really highlighted the excellence and great play of the offensive players in the NBA. And as a result, scoring's up. It's fun to watch. Fans are more engaged. And overall, a fun game to participate in and to watch.
Oladipo, shot's good.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Outside, Brown. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Victor Oladipo. Knocks down the first one. Holiday's checked in for Indiana. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Oladipo. 12 points for him. Pass to Sabonis. Brown against Oladipo. 18 feet out. Another one falls for Indiana.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Here's Brown. Cousins with it. And Cousins throws it down.
Well, I tell you what, looks to me like the defense kind of slept on the fact that Cousins is deceptively quick.
Oladipo outside. Back to McConnell. Here's Sabonis. And it's Indiana scoring again.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
A minute 35 left to play in the second quarter.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Indiana's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Poke loose. Hey, from beyond the arc. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
They're shooting the 3 extremely well this quarter. Be fun to see if they can keep it up.
On the wing, Harden. He's marked by McConnell, and he hits it and gets hacked. A three-point chance here if he can convert.
In the first quarter, they really attacked inside. Not quite as much sense, but the balanced attack seems to be working well for them.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Here's McConnell. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Harden with it. He takes it in, and the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Free throw off the mark from Harden.
One of the hardest and trickiest covers in the league. Harden, not just a superb scorer, but also an amazing passer, which really makes him really hard to guard.
Count that bucket. Sabonis has got 16.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Gordon. His last outing, he had 20. And Eric Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Knocks it loose. He got it up. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first half now in the books. It's the Pacers. They lead by 12. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Malcolm Brogdon led the way in the first half. He ended up with 19 points, 4 steals, and 1 rebound. He's really stood out for them to this point. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers?
The difference to me has been their offense in the paint. When they've had a mismatch, they take full advantage, and they're making smart entry passes, not trying to force the ball when the opening is not there.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
They're not getting to the line or putting enough pressure on the defense. They have to be much more aggressive pushing the basketball, going hard to the rack. Because if you want the refs to make a call, put them in the position to make a judgment call. If you're not creating opportunities for contact, you have no chance of picking up points at the line.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. We are seeing an outstanding game from James Harden.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Sabonis and Turner are the 4 and the 5. Malcolm Brogdon out there with Aaron Holiday. And it's Oladipo in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for the Pacers.
Yeah, you know, he's cooking now, cooking with gas, as I like to say. And once he flips the switch, Brogdon stays in aggressive attack mode.
Harden from outside. He buries it from 3. Harden's got 30.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Brogdon, the pass to Sabonis. Three-pointer. And it's Brogdon missing. And Houston is shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Harden against Brogdon. To the right side. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Sabonis outside. Oladipo. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Grant, you played 19 years in the NBA, but you had some serious injuries in your career as well. What extent has modern medicine enabled players to extend their careers, you think?
B.A., where was this modern medicine 20 years ago? Would have made my life a whole lot easier, but you were so spot on. Today, there's such an emphasis on taking care of players, making sure they recover. There's a sophistication with the training staffs and the sports science applied to it. And so now these players are coming into the league at a younger age and are being able to extend their careers for a lengthy time. And so I'm all for it. I love the idea of resting guys. I think big picture, protecting players and their livelihood is in their best interest, and it's a good thing.
The Pacers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Now here's Brogdon. Not a lot of room. Pass to Holiday. Back to Brogdon. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
It's simple. I mean, when you're behind in the game, that's what you got to do. Contest every shot.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. It's stolen by Brogdon. Sabonis with it. Picked up by Tucker.
Can't afford to be too handsy with Sabonis. He's very good at forcing the issue and getting these calls.
First free throw is good.
I look at Sabonis as a terrific stretch 4. He's a guy who can play either power forward or center, and he has excellent length and a nice touch.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Houston shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Right side wall. And a miss there on the triple.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Houston has gone 1 for 2 from outside the arc in this third quarter. Wall on the attack. And the big finish by Wall.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
Now Turner. He's got 6. Drives to the hoop. Brogdon. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. First one falls. And so Brogdon nails both of them. Now here's Wall. 7 points in the game. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Tipped away. 5 on the clock. Wood outside. Fires for 3. Holiday grabs the miss. Holiday's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Wood outside. Pass to Harden. Out to Wood. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Both teams will make substitutions. And the free throw, no good. Pass to Brogdon. Ball stolen. It's a one-on-one situation. He's covered by Holiday. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Holiday. Here's Oladipo. 17 points in the game. 4-3. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
You know, Oladipo feels like he can take and make this shot whenever he wants to. You can just see the confidence.
The drive by Wood. Shots blocked. Here's Sampson. Wall covering. Sampson's shot is off. The Rockets have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Wood with the screen to stop the drought. Yep, that one goes. Wall's got 9.
You know, Wall's done a nice job, in my opinion, of improving his mechanics with his shot. It's not quite a pure release, but much, much better than it was a couple of seasons ago. And he's really become effective from the mid-range area.
And then Turner with the dunk.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Here's Harden. Good on the shot. Harden's got 34 points.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
Oladipo up top. 20 points for him. Holiday from long range. And good. Coming on the setup by Oladipo. Oladipo's got 4 assists in the game. The Rockets have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Brogdon. Pass to Turner. Over Wood. Turner, no good. Houston has gone only 1 of 4 from three-point land in the third quarter. That's tipped. Brogdon against Harden. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Boy, Brogdon attacking the heart of the defense there. Excellent decision and really maximizes using his size.
First one falls for him. McDermott's checked in for Indiana. Holiday comes in for Holiday. Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. No good on the second free throw. The Rockets shooting an excellent rate of 56% in the third quarter. Wall with it. 9 points in the game. Wood, a screen on Brogdon. And Wood with the stuff.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
Oladipo up top. Blocked! And they're able to recover. Nice shot by Turner. And here's Wall. Pass to Gordon. The 3 is up. Tipped. In transition, here come the Pacers. Brogdon, the pass to Oladipo. Brogdon against Wall. Here's McDermott. For 3. It doesn't go for him.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
His whole career, Justin Holiday has been a sharp shooter off the bench. Clark, simply put, he knows what his job is, and he does it well.
I could not say it any better, B.A. I mean, this is a guy who has great confidence. Actually, it never wavers. He understands his role. He knows he can knock down three-point shots. And any team looking for a marksman off the bench, Justin Holiday is your guy.
Up top, Gordon. He's covered by Holiday. Wood, right side. Wood with the screen. Here's Wall. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Brogdon against Wall. Here's McDermott. He's got 6. Here's Oladipo. Blocked! Now Wall. Pass to Gordon. Back to Wall. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Oh, stolen by Turner. Oladipo outside. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 13 in the second half. Down low. Here's Wood. And Wood with the stuff.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
McConnell, he's checked in for Oladipo. And a change for the Rockets. Cousins is checked in.
One shot.
The Pacers have gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter. Outside Brogdon. Pass to Holiday. Here's Turner. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Gordon. Turner against Wall. Gordon outside. The three. And McDermott pulls it down. McDermott's got 4 rebounds now. Now Brogdon. Wall covering. Brogdon against Wall. Pass to McDermott. Takes a three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Cousins with it. Turner covers. High post. Cousins. He's against Turner. It's tipped.
There's the defensive presence they want from Turner. Hustling and using his mobility to send it back.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead. 1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Indiana has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. Outside Brogdon. A minute 22 left in the third quarter. Oh, he can't stop the run as that misses. Outside Wall. Here he goes. Great D that time from McConnell. Well, the Pacers' shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Outside Holiday. Hands it from the wing. Holiday's got 5. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Wood. Now here's Cousins. Uses the glass on the layup. He's got 10.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Pass to McDermott. Launches it. Buries it from 3.
Boy, what a shooter McDermott is. Taking advantage of that three-point line.
Here's Wall. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Tucker's checked in for Wood.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
And that's a foul called on Domantas Sabonis. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Outside Wall. And he drives in. And the big finish by Wall.
You know, one of the things I like about Wall is he really takes on the defense, plays downhill. When he's driving inside, he is committed to scoring over the defense.
What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Woo, could be a backbreaker. What a way to carry them into the final quarter.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Pacers out in front, leading by 17. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Harden. So on the floor for Houston, we've got James Harden. He's out there with Eric Gordon. And it's Tucker in at the 4. McConnell with it, picked up by Tucker. Out of bounds. It'll be Rockets ball.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Harden with it. And that's a foul called on T.J. McConnell. That's his 3rd foul so far. He's guarded by Oladipo. Pass to Gordon. Clock at 6. Rejected by Sabonis.
Outstanding defensive instincts by Sabonis. Really good timing when to rise up to reject shots.
There's the 3. It's hauled in by McConnell. The Pacers' shooting has been good. 54% on this one. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Tucker.
After a great college career, Doug McDermott has been a bit of a journeyman in his NBA career, but there's no shame in that. He's always been valuable as an outside shooter, and I thought last year the Pacers did a really good job of capitalizing on his strengths.
First free throw is good. Clark with McDermott, 5 teams in 5 years, but he can really play.
Yeah, you know, it never seemed to me like an issue of talent for McDermott. I think it was more an issue of fit with the prior teams that he was on, and playing as a stretch 4 off the bench has suited him ideally.
Holiday's checked in for Indiana. Both shots good from the strike.
He's still trying to find his footing, but Doug McDermott is a great shooter, no question about that, but he needs to keep adding more to his game.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Holiday. Pass to Oladipo. Gordon against Holiday. Going inside, and he jams it home with authority.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Here's Cousins. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight.
Tell you what, Cousins knows he's got the green light to take these quick catch-and-shoot shots, and he's confident in doing so.
Outside Holiday. Picked by Sabonis. And that'll be Indiana's ball as it goes out of bounds. Pacers able to keep the possession. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. 6 to shoot.
And, you know, it's awesome to see Harden giving his all on defense. That's been an area that he's needed to improve on. Really making an effort to stay with his guy.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, you know, you go back to when Cousins was drafted, and there were some that questioned his attitude, but lately, I don't think that's the case anymore.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The Pacers have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Pass to Sabonis. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one.
The hard way there, guys. Sabonis, a tough player, does not shy away from contact.
Fires the 3. The shot won't fall. So the Pacers will take it the other way. On the wing, Holiday. Back to Oladipo. Pass to McDermott. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Outside Harden. And there's the drive. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Harden's got 36 points.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
To the inside, Sabonis. Good work defensively by Cousins. Houston has gotten 1 of 3 to fall from downtown here in the fourth. Harden with it. Guarded now by Holiday. For 3, Gordon. Kept alive. He shoots again.
And you got to know Harden's looking to get to the line. I mean, one of the best in the game at going right into the defender and drawing fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. The Pacers making a switch here. Brogdon's checked in. Woods checked in for the Rockets. Wall comes in for Gordon. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here are the Pacers now. The lead is 15. Pass to McDermott. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Here's Brogdon, defended by Harden. Indiana again missing. For Houston, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Inside, here's Wall. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Outside Holiday. Back to Brogdon. Knocked away. Stolen by Wall. The finish! And the big finish by Wall.
Man, I like the quick hands of Wall. I mean, seeing him jump all over the opposition and get into the passing lanes to come up with the steal, that's impressive work.
Holiday passes to Sabonis. Oladipo outside. Back to Sabonis. Pass to Oladipo. To the paint. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist from Oladipo. Oladipo's got 5 assists tonight.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Brogdon with the ball. Harden picks him up. Back to Sabonis. Picked by Sabonis. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. Outside Harden. 3-pointer off the mark.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Takes a step back. Pass to Oladipo. Down low. Sabonis draws the double. Here's McDermott. Hits a 3-pointer. McDermott's got 11 points here in the second half.
This guy's really flowing with his stroke right now. He hit one earlier, and now he has 3 in this half.
Here's Harden. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Turner, he's checked in for McDermott.
the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
The Pacers have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Holiday passes to Brogdon. There's a screen by Turner. Back to Holiday. Fires the three. Wood grabs the board. Wood's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And here's Wall to the middle. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Oladipo outside. Outside Brogdon. Inside. Some solid D from Wood. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Harden drawing the double team. Wall against Brogdon. And the big finish by Wall.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Sabonis, the pass to Holiday. Drains the triple. And the Pacers lead by 14.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Harden against Brogdon. Here's the floater. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send him to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the stripe.
McDermott's checked in for Sabonis.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls. Harden hits them both. Well, with more players now going straight from high school to the G League and overseas, Grant, you think it's finally time to end the one-and-done system?
BA, it is time. You know, back in 2005, when they incorporated the one-and-done system, NBA teams didn't have the infrastructure to deal with younger players entering the league. A lot has changed, of course, since then. Now teams have player development staffs. They have more capable of helping players on and off the court as they adjust to becoming professionals in the NBA. So the time is ready. I love the option of the G League, and I think opening up the doors and eliminating the one and done needs to happen for the NBA.
2 shots.
That's good from Harden.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Harden hits them both.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
Indiana's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Pass to Brogdon. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Brogdon's got 26.
And I think this is Brogdon just being zoned in, locked in, not allowing the defense to throw him off his game.
The drive by Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Indiana calls timeout. At this point in the game, fourth quarter, it's always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the plans, these players are getting a much-needed chance to get hydrated with some Gatorade. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Domantas Sabonis.
What an unbelievable offensive performance from him tonight. I mean, it's been crazy fun to watch him just go off. I mean, the defense had no chance. He just kept scoring over and over again.
Wow, he really played phenomenal tonight, but we've almost come to expect that from him. He feeds off the energy from this crowd, and it certainly plays a part in elevating his game. And so it's Indiana with it. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Ooh, poked away. Pass to Wall. Harden with it. With the drive. Here's Wood. The three-pointer off the mark.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And here's Brogdon. Wall with it. Now guarded by Brogdon. Wall finds Harden. Over to the left wing. Tucker inside. Turner covers. Back to Harden. Clock at 6. Takes the three. The rebound by Turner.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to McDermott. Now here's Brogdon. Shoots over Harden. No good on the shot. And it's Houston the other way. And it's Miles Turner with the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2.
Shoot 2.
And he drops the first. He does not get the second one. Indiana leading. Oladipo finds Holiday. Here's McDermott, checked by Tucker. Turner in the high post. Outside Holiday. It's 2-on-1. He stops, he pops, and that one is right through the heart.
No doubt about it, guys. We've got a ball game here. I'm sensing a major momentum swing after the steal and run out.
Pass to McDermott. Looking to end the drought. And that one is stuffed right through.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down, hard, and simple.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter. There's a screen by Turner. Brogdon, the pass to Turner. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
Confident in the paint, Turner knows he can cash in from this area.
Wood up top. Turner covers. And the basket by Wood.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Indiana has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Oladipo outside. To the inside. Tucker with the ball. He's against Turner. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Victor Oladipo.
You know, starting out in the D-League, then bouncing around the international circuit, Tucker took the long, hard road to get here.
Shooting 2.
He gets the first, and that brings him with an 8. It's both from the stripe. .52 seconds left to play in the fourth. Holiday with the ball. Harden picks him up. The drive by Holiday. Out to Oladipo. Brogdon against Wall. Pass to Turner. Shot clock at 5. Spins. Pulls it from the top of the key. And it's Brogdon missing. And here are the Rockets to the paint. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Tucker does not shy away from contact, not afraid at all. He expects it, sees it coming, stays poised, and gets the and one chance there.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
One shot.
Indiana calls timeout. They're ahead by 4. 23 seconds left in the game. And the Rockets will go for a different look here. And they committed an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
The first one drops, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
There's 21 seconds left in the final quarter. Wood outside. There's the drive. It's blocked. And he gets it back from deep. No luck on that one. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Time called here. The Rockets decide to talk it over. They're losing by 7. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Your thoughts, guys?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Here's McLemore. No good on the quick 3. And so the Pacers take the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everybody.